We are off to Lotte department store first of all, and then we are off to Lotte World. So as you can see, I'm looking very demure, very put together. I know that that is not going to be the case. That's a cap. That's a cap.
Is there anything going to that in
No. Yes, the passports. That's our cap. So the plan this day was to first of all go to this department store and buy a stroller for Daisy, because the way Daisy was going, we knew she needed to be like restrained in some sort of way. So we went to this huge like Lotte department store. And my gosh, look at all the stores that I want to be shopping in, but my purse is saying not yet. Everywhere we went, of course, we had to go to the information desk because everybody kept telling us left, right, and it was not. It's a little pro. Look. By the third escalator, Daisy knew what to do. Finally, we found what we were looking for, the floor for the children's stuff, and we found a stroller that suited our needs. The lady was so nice. She gave me some discounts and things, showed me how to use it, and even gave me the tax return, receipts that I ended up losing. But we walked out of there with our stroller ready to attack the day. This particular department store is attached to a hotel, not to be confused with the one that is attached to Lotte, Adventure World. And I met this Alaskan couple like outside the hotel, and we had a very nice conversation. Anyways, we walked to the hotel side and took a cab to take us to where we were headed, which is the Lotte World Adventure. Lotte Adventure World. I don't know which one. Anyways, this was like my first morning, like really looking at, Korea, and oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. We passed by the Seoul stadium where BTS performed, but I wasn't quick enough to record. Okay, yeah. I wanted to get that Olympic sign, but trees covered it. Oh well. It is Seoul, we know. I also remember this cab guy. He was so nice. Sometimes we're lucky to get like cabs who were willing, to try, But yeah, he was very, very nice. Anyways, Lotte World Adventure, we got there, got to the counter. We already had our tickets. I will advise, if you want to go here, book your tickets ahead of time and make sure you choose a Magic Pass. You will see why later. Also important to note, Lotte World is an indoor park. Now, if you've gone to like huge parks in places like the States, Lotte World does not have that kind of entrance. So you have to keep that at the back of your mind, because at the entrance, I was like, are we sure that this is it? So I asked like 2 people to be sure that I was actually going to the right place. But once you are in, you definitely get that park feeling. You definitely get the excitement and everything. So the very first ride we went to was the French Revolution, and look at that line. But look at the line for Magic Pass. Nobody. That's why you get a Magic Pass. I got to the front of the line after Duke went on the ride and decided, you know what? I'm not going to go on the ride today because I'm not about that loop-de-loop. It's not for me. Another advice I'll add is, before you go to Lotte World, make sure you check out the map of what ride is on what floor, so you know exactly where you're going, so you don't end up walking around aimlessly like we did. It took us till like about 4 or 5 hours in before we realized there were QR codes around the park that you could scan and get an English map. Do not be like me. Do not make that mistake. We tried to go on rides that we could go with Daisy, but for the most part, what happened was Duke went on a ride first, and then I stayed with Daisy, and when he came back, if I wanted to go on that ride, I went on that ride. This was my view from that balloon ride, and it was splendid. Like, seeing the whole thing laid out there, you really understand that, okay, yes, I am in a park. It might be indoors, but I am in a park. And there's also spots for people to sleep, and the whole couple thing in Lotte World, like, it's crazy. Know full well that if you also want to rent a uniform and do the whole Lotte World thing, you can also do that. I didn't even bother because I knew they were not going to have my size, so I didn't even want to play myself. But yeah, there's a whole lot of coupling going on here, so have that in the back of your mind and do not stare at people too long. Another thing to note is that there are shows at different times in the park, like this one going on right here, but we didn't know that. Again, I think this information should be on a website somewhere, or you can just ask a staff member so that you know to get in line and wait to see the show pass by. This is Pharaoh's Fury. So we passed through Pharaoh's Fury. So this was us passing through an attraction called Pharaoh's Fury while still in that air balloon thing. And then it was time to like eat. I have a separate video on all the food I ate at Lotte World. So check that out. It's a short. I'm going to link it somewhere. There are so many attractions at Lotte World, including one exclusively for kids. So it is so important that you check out that map. We did not know the map. I thought this dessert stand was really cool, especially the way they had the right things. They had like churros and stuff to eat and drink, water to, energize. And then they have an entire ice skate rink at the like final floor of Lotte World. This was so freaking cool. Finally, we caught one of the shows, and that particular one was Rio themed. I don't know if the others were Rio themed as well, but carnival vibes and all that. Daisy did not care for this ride. She was busy. I think she was eating like a sweet. She did not care for this ride like at all. But I paid for her. She was gonna get on a ride either ways. And then you need to know the communication it took between me and Daisy at this time to figure out that she wanted this hat, and this is just what she was doing. But I didn't. It was so cool when people were finally allowed on the skating rink after the Zamboni had finished cleaning the ice. Like, a part of me wishes I could do this thing, but I am too afraid to fall. I think one of these days I should just, do it. Anyways, we were wrapping up sort of like our day. And then I realized that Magic Island was not the ground floor I was seeing. That Magic Island was across, like a whole walkway across, kind of like outside. And I'm like, there is still more to it. Yes, remember, there's still more to it. And the rides in this particular section, OMG, I felt like we would have enjoyed this side even more. This side is now like outdoors, and you have rides. You can get to it from, I think, the second or first floor. Please find out for yourself, because you must not skip this part. The same pass you have for the indoor section is the same pass that works here. Now, I do not know if the magic pass would work here as well, because by this time we had exhausted our magic pass. That's the only thing I don't like about Lotte World. The way I know Magic Passes to work is you can go on as many rides as you want for as many times. But at Lotte World, we had like our Magic Pass only worked for like once at each ride and only for like 4 attractions. So that was a little bit iffy. I think I still need to find out more about that. But yeah, it's still worth it at the end of the day. Now in this area, this is the only ride that did not have a long line, and you'll see why. Why am I in this line again? Oh my God, no. Why? Whoa! I did go on this ride and it was so scary. Like I felt like I was going to fall. But yeah, this is the section with which we ended our day in Lotte World. It is so beautiful at night if you are in the Magic Island side. So definitely check that out. Across the walkway we went again because you cannot exit from this side. You have to go back into the main section. Again, finding the exit in this place was like a maze. I kid you not. And I saw another people having the same issue. Also, know that there will be a show at the evening, so many parts will be cordoned off. So again, made it even that much harder to find the entrance. But eventually we did, and we headed back home. And that was our day spent at Lotte World. Will I do this again? 1,000% yes. This time around, I'll do it better, armed with all the information I need, the maps and everything. And you definitely should visit Lotte World if you are ever in South Korea. And that's it for me with this one. See you on the next one. Bye.